Most women over 50 unknowingly dress in ways that add 10 years to their look. In fact, style experts claim that over 70% of seniors wear at least one outfit choice daily that secretly ages them. That sounds shocking, but here's the twist. One 75-year-old grandmother discovered wardrobe secrets that flip the rules upside down, and her approach proves you don't have to accept looking older than you feel. You've probably heard the saying, after 60, comfort should always come before style. That's only half true. Yes, comfort matters, but Seraphina, this grandmother I'm about to introduce you to, shows that you can have both. She figured out how to combine effortless comfort with polished touches that actually make her look younger and more vibrant. And here's something else people get wrong. Women over 50 should avoid bold colors if they want sophistication. The reality: those bold colors, when chosen carefully, are the very thing that makes Seraphina stand out in a crowd. A ruby scarf or emerald blouse doesn't date her, it lights her up. Once you hear her secrets, you'll never see your closet the same way again. These aren't celebrity tricks or expensive fashion rules, they're simple changes you can start today. And trust me, the final secret is the one that surprises everyone. So before we dive in, tap like and subscribe right now, because elegance doesn't retire at 60, and neither should your confidence. Meet Seraphina Valmont, a 75-year-old grandmother from Oregon who has become something of a quiet style revolutionist in her community. At first glance, she might seem like any other retiree. She enjoys gardening, baking bread for her grandchildren, and strolling through her local farmer's market. But there's one thing that makes her unforgettable: her wardrobe. Seraphina proves that style has no expiration date, and she does it without designer labels, without massive shopping sprees, and without trying to dress like a 20-something. She built her style philosophy in the aisles of everyday stores and thrift shops, showing that timeless elegance isn't bought, it's created. Back in her early 60s, Seraphina admitted she felt invisible. She believed the lie so many women are told: after 60, nobody notices what you wear anymore, so why bother? But that couldn't be further from the truth. What she discovered is that people notice when you carry yourself with confidence, and clothing is one of the easiest ways to project that energy. She transformed her wardrobe not by buying more, but by learning how to elevate what she already had. Today, women stop her in grocery store lines and even in church pews to whisper, "Where did you get that outfit?" Here's the surprising part: Seraphina doesn't follow the so-called rules. You've probably heard the advice: grandmothers should avoid flashy jewelry or bold colors, it's unbecoming at your age. Yet her emerald scarf and ruby red blouse are the very things that make her glow. She's proof that what some call too much is often exactly enough to stand out with grace. The most fascinating detail: Seraphina doesn't hide her age, she highlights it. She says the secret isn't to chase youth, but to dress in a way that celebrates the wisdom and confidence you've earned. And when she walks into a room, people don't see a 75-year-old, they see a woman who owns her presence. Her story is more than fashion, it's about rewriting the script for aging. And once you hear her secrets, you'll realize you don't need wealth or celebrity status to do the same. You just need the courage to swap old rules for fresh confidence. Secret 1. Break the age-appropriate rule. For decades, women over 60 have been told to tone it down. The so-called rule is that muted greys, soft beiges, and dull blues are the only safe colors if you want to appear sophisticated. Fashion magazines from the 80s even printed lines like, "After a certain age, bright colors look childish." That phrase has haunted closets for generations, and it's not just outdated, it's damaging. Seraphina Valmont, at 75, is living proof that this rule deserves to be broken. She remembers when she first hit her 60s, she packed away her red dresses, tucked her gold jewelry in a box, and convinced herself that blending in was the path to elegance. But instead of feeling polished, she felt invisible. The irony, she often says, was that the more I tried to dress appropriately, the less appropriate I felt for myself. Here's the twist. Studies in color psychology show that wearing bold, saturated colors can increase confidence, lift mood, and even change how others perceive you. In one survey, nearly 65% of people said they associate bright colors like emerald, ruby, or sapphire with energy and vitality, not immaturity. That means the very shades you've been told to avoid may actually be the ones that make you look younger and more vibrant. Seraphina started small. Instead of draping herself in neutrals, she pulled out an emerald green scarf her late husband once bought her. She wore it to a book club meeting, half expecting criticism. But what she got were compliments. "You look alive today, Seraphina." That single moment rewrote her approach to style. Now, her wardrobe is alive with deep jewel tones, ruby red blouses, sapphire cardigans, even a mustard yellow trench coat that she claims makes her feel 10 years lighter. She doesn't abandon neutrals. She pairs them smartly. A beige skirt becomes a canvas for a striking cobalt top. A charcoal blazer becomes the frame for a vibrant silk scarf. Instead of muting her identity, she lets colors amplify her spirit. And here's the secret takeaway. Color isn't just decoration, it's communication. When you wear bold tones, you tell the world you are present, energetic, and unafraid to be seen. Seniors who cling only to muted palettes may unintentionally signal withdrawal. But by mixing bold shades with balance, you radiate life. So the next time you reach for beige because it feels safe, remember Seraphina's wisdom. Muted colors may blend in, but bold colors let you shine. And after 60, being visible is not a risk, it's a gift. Secret 2. The 3-second outfit trick. One of the biggest frustrations women over 60 confess is this: "I stand in front of my closet for half an hour and still feel like I have nothing to wear." It's not because they lack clothes, it's because the way those clothes are arranged creates confusion instead of clarity. The shocking truth. Studies show that most people only wear 20% of what's in their wardrobe regularly. The rest just hangs there, overwhelming the eye and wasting precious time. Seraphina refuses to live that way. At 75, she doesn't spend mornings agonizing over choices. Instead, she uses what she calls her 3-second outfit trick, a system so simple it almost sounds unbelievable. She organizes her closet by color tones, not by season or type of clothing. Tops, skirts, pants, scarves, they're all arranged in gradients, like a rainbow flowing from neutrals into jewel tones. Why does this matter? Because when colors are grouped together, your brain can instantly see pairings that work without you overthinking it. She likes to tell people, most women waste more time choosing an outfit than actually wearing it. It sounds exaggerated, but think about it. How many times have you stood frozen, staring at your wardrobe, only to grab the same safe blouse again? Seraphina's closet eliminates that problem. When she reaches for her cream cardigan, she doesn't wonder what it matches with. Her eyes immediately spot burgundy trousers hanging beside it or a navy skirt a few inches away. Within seconds, her outfit feels polished and intentional. Here's the key. This trick doesn't just save time, it boosts confidence. When you know every piece in your closet has a clear partner, you're less likely to fall back on shapeless, safe clothing. Seraphina swears this method has made her mornings stress-free and her style more adventurous. And she isn't alone. Organizing experts reveal that people who use color-coded closets report wearing more variety and feeling more satisfied with their outfits overall. The beauty of this secret is that it doesn't require shopping. You don't need to buy anything new. You simply rearrange what you already own. The effect is instant clarity. Seraphina says it gave her the courage to try combinations she never would have considered before, like pairing mustard with navy or teal with ivory. Those little risks became the moments people started complimenting her again. So the next time you find yourself staring blankly at a full closet, remember Seraphina's secret. It isn't about owning more clothes, it's about seeing them differently. And sometimes, the difference between a stressful morning and a confident one is as simple as 3 seconds. Secret 3. Shoes that rewrite your story. There's a saying that the higher the heel, the greater the elegance. For women over 60, that old belief can be more harmful than helpful. Doctors confirm that nearly 80% of foot pain in women over 60 is caused by wearing the wrong shoes. Shoes chosen not for comfort but for the illusion of style. That's why Seraphina decided years ago to retire her stilettos, but she never retired her sense of fashion. At 75, she doesn't see shoes as just something to protect her feet, they're the foundation of her confidence. She swears by block heels, sleek wedges, and cushioned flats. These choices elongate her legs without forcing her into painful positions. They give her stability, grace, and freedom to walk into a room without wincing at every step. She often says, "If your shoes silence your smile, they're the wrong shoes." Her journey with footwear tells a story. In her early 60s, she clung to stilettos because she feared that without them, she would appear old. But the truth was the opposite. Wobbling in shoes that hurt made her look less assured. The moment she switched to structured, elegant designs that supported her stride, she looked more youthful, not less. It's not the heel height that creates elegance, it's the confidence in your walk. Seraphina's current favorites. A pair of nude block heels that match almost everything in her closet, sleek leather wedges that elevate her Sunday dresses, and chic ballet flats with cushioned soles that keep her light on her feet. She pairs them with flowing skirts, wide-leg trousers, or even jeans, showing how footwear can completely rewrite an outfit story. The shocking twist is this: comfort shoes are no longer frumpy. Brands now design supportive footwear with the same attention to elegance as high-fashion pumps. What used to be a dreaded compromise has become a stylish advantage for women who know what to look for. Seraphina demonstrates that choosing the right pair is less about giving something up and more about gaining energy, presence, and peace of mind. So here's the secret. Shoes aren't just accessories, they're storytellers. They can tell the world you're tired and unsteady, or they can tell the world you're strong, confident, and ready for anything. Seraphina chose the second story, and it's one every woman over 60 deserves to claim. Secret 4. Fabrics that flatter, not frown. There's a hidden culprit in many closets that makes women look and feel older than they truly are, and it's not the cut or even the color. It's the fabric. You've probably heard people say, polyester is wrinkle-free, so it's perfect for older women. That advice sounds practical, but it's misleading. The truth is, those synthetic fabrics that promise easy care often do the opposite of flattering. They cling in the wrong places, trap heat, and create an unnatural shine that can dull the glow of mature skin. Seraphina discovered this the hard way. She remembers packing for a cruise in her late 60s, choosing a sleek polyester blouse because it was travel-friendly. Within an hour of wearing it, she felt sweaty, sticky, and uncomfortable. Worse, when she looked in the mirror, the fabric clung to her midsection in a way that made her appear heavier and tired. That night, she quietly folded the blouse, tucked it back into her suitcase, and swore never to let fabric betray her confidence again. Her solution? She shifted her wardrobe toward breathable, natural fabrics that flow with the body instead of fighting it. Linen became her summer go-to. It wrinkles, yes, but those soft wrinkles signal effortlessly rather than neglect. Silk blends became her secret weapon for dinners and gatherings, catching the light and giving her skin a luminous lift. Cotton, especially in structured blouses or tailored pants, became the everyday staple that always kept her polished. And here's the fascinating part. Fabric isn't just about comfort, it's about movement. Stiff synthetics can make even the most stylish outfits look rigid, while natural fibers create a graceful drape that follows your body's rhythm. When Seraphina walks into a room with her flowing cotton skirt or lightweight silk scarf, people notice the elegance of motion. What surprises most women is that these fabrics aren't harder to manage, they simply require intention. A little steaming, a little care, and suddenly your wardrobe breathes with you. The payoff. Clothes that flatter your shape, allow your skin to breathe, and make you feel radiant instead of restricted. So the next time you shop, don't just look at the color or the cut. Reach for the tag. If it reads polyester, rayon, or acrylic, ask yourself, will this fabric celebrate me, or will it work against me? Seraphina's rule is simple. Fabrics should never frown. They should flow, breathe, and frame you with ease. And when you dress in fabrics that love you back, you'll not only look younger, you'll feel timeless. Secret 5. Dress for energy, not just age. One of the most misleading phrases whispered to women as they get older is this: at your age, just focus on dressing modestly and appropriately. On the surface, it sounds like good advice, But hidden underneath is the suggestion that after 60, your only goal is to blend in quietly. Seraphina rejects that idea completely. She believes style after 60 isn't about being invisible, it's about showing the world you're still alive, vibrant, and full of stories yet to be told. Here's the surprising truth. Psychologists studying perception have found that people often read a person's energy level through their clothing choices even before noticing wrinkles, grey hair, or age lines. Clothing sends a message about how engaged you are with life. A shapeless cardigan or oversized sweatpants can whisper "I'm tired," while a crisp jacket, bold sneakers, or flowing skirt can shout "I'm ready to live." This means the outfit you choose in the morning can actually shape how people treat you that day. Seraphina learned this lesson in her late 60s. She recalls a family gathering where she wore what she thought was a safe outfit, a beige blouse and plain trousers. Nobody said anything, but she noticed how easily she faded into the background of group photos. The following year, she wore the same event with a pair of sleek joggers, a tailored blazer, and white sneakers. The comments poured in, "You look so radiant. You look younger every year." Nothing about her face had changed, it was the energy of her clothes. Her philosophy now is simple: dress for vitality, not the calendar. Some days she pairs sneakers with maxi dresses, creating a playful mix of elegance and ease. Other days, she slips into tailored joggers with a sharp blazer, proving that comfort doesn't mean sloppy, it means confidence with freedom. She sees her wardrobe as a reflection of her mood and chooses outfits that amplify the energy she wants to project. The shocking twist. Research shows that even your posture improves when you wear clothes that support activity. A well-fitted pair of supportive sneakers doesn't just protect your joints, it encourages you to walk taller and move more, which instantly makes you look vibrant. On the flip side, clothes that restrict or weigh you down can make you appear sluggish even when you're not. Seraphina's advice to women over 60 is this: stop dressing for a number. Don't let your wardrobe be a silent reminder of age. Instead, let it be a loud declaration of spirit. If you feel adventurous, wear the outfit that says you're ready for something new. If you feel bold, pull out the colors that make you shine. And if you feel calm, let flowing fabrics echo your peace. Her favorite line is this: age is a fact, but energy is a choice, and style is where those two meet. Every morning, your closet offers you a choice: disappear into the background, or show up as the vibrant woman you still are. Seraphina chooses energy, and that's why, at 75, she doesn't just look stylish, she looks unstoppable. Secret 6. The signature piece that finishes every look. There's a dangerous myth floating around that says, once you're older, less is more, skip the extras and keep it plain. While simplicity can be elegant, Seraphina knows that plainness often turns into invisibility. And invisibility, she insists, is the true enemy of style after 60. What most women don't realize is that the missing magic in their outfits isn't a whole new wardrobe, it's a single, deliberate finishing touch. Seraphina calls it her signature piece. It's that one element, whether a scarf, a brooch, or a belt, that pulls everything together and transforms ordinary clothes into unforgettable style. She says, without a signature piece, an outfit feels like a sentence without punctuation, it just trails off. Bold words, yes, but the moment you see her put on a silk scarf or clip a vintage brooch, the truth becomes undeniable. Think about this. Studies in first impressions reveal that people often notice accessories before they register the rest of your outfit. A striking scarf, a textured belt, or a pair of statement earrings becomes a focal point that guides the eye and communicates personality. Without it, even the nicest clothes risk blending into the background. With it, you create a visual exclamation point. Seraphina learned this lesson years ago. She remembers attending her granddaughter's graduation in a simple navy dress. She felt polished but overlooked, until she added a thin gold belt at the waist and a silk scarf in cobalt blue. Suddenly, relatives whispered compliments and strangers asked where she shopped. The dress hadn't changed, but the signature pieces made the difference between presentable and powerful. Her collection of finishing touches isn't extravagant. A basket of scarves in jewel tones, a few vintage brooches inherited from her mother, slim belts in neutral shades, and a pair of pearl earrings she wears with everything. She doesn't wear them all at once. She chooses one per outfit, making sure it adds clarity rather than clutter. That restraint is key. Your signature piece should elevate, not overwhelm. The beauty of this secret is its accessibility. You don't need to spend a fortune to adopt it. A thrift silk scarf, a family heirloom pin, or a simple leather belt can all serve as signature pieces. What matters is consistency. When people see you, they start to associate you with that thoughtful detail. It becomes your silent trademark. So here's the takeaway. Never leave your outfit unfinished. Add the exclamation mark. Seraphina swears that one accessory can change not just how you look, but how you feel, and more importantly, how the world remembers you. Secret 7. Confidence as the final accessory. There's a saying that floats around in style circles: clothes make the woman. Seraphina shakes her head at that and says it's only half true. Clothes can frame you, flatter you, and even transform how others see you. But without confidence, the best outfit in the world is just fabric. And here's the shocking truth. Studies reveal that people form impressions of confidence in the first 7 seconds of meeting someone, long before they've even noticed the details of your dress or jewelry. That means confidence isn't just part of style, it is style. At 75, Seraphina has mastered this truth. Her most powerful accessory isn't her emerald scarf, her vintage brooch, or her ruby blouse. It's the way she carries herself. She smiles easily, walks tall, and steps into every room as if she belongs there. She loves to say, confidence is the one thing you can't buy, but it makes every outfit priceless. What's intriguing is how she learned this lesson. In her early 60s, she admits she often felt overlooked. She wore the right clothes, but her shoulders slouched and her eyes stayed low. She realized people weren't ignoring her outfits, they were missing her presence. So she made a bold change. She practiced walking upright in front of a mirror, trained herself to make eye contact, and started adding one simple habit: smiling as she entered a space. To her surprise, people responded instantly. Compliments increased, conversations sparked, and suddenly she wasn't just wearing clothes, she was wearing confidence. And the science agrees. Psychologists confirm that posture, expression, and energy amplify the impact of clothing. A woman in a simple black dress who carries herself with certainty will always outshine someone in designer labels who shrinks into the background. Seraphina embodies that truth daily. She'll wear sneakers with a maxi dress or a bold scarf with a plain blouse, but it's her confident stride that makes strangers stop and notice. Here's the solution Seraphina offers. Treat confidence like your daily accessory. Just as you wouldn't leave the house without shoes, don't leave without a lifted chin, a steady walk, and a genuine smile. Your clothes set the stage, but your attitude delivers the performance. So when you dress tomorrow, remember this: the secret isn't only in the fabric, the fit, or the finishing touch. The real magic comes when you believe you're worthy of being seen. That belief turns ordinary outfits into unforgettable statements. And as Seraphina says, confidence is timeless, it's the one accessory that never goes out of style. At 75, Seraphina stands as living proof that style doesn't wither with age, it matures, evolves, and blossoms into something richer. For too long, women have been told the quiet lie: fashion is for the young. After 60, you're invisible. That message isn't just false, it robs women of joy. Seraphina flips that narrative on its head. She shows that your 70s can be your most stylish decade yet, not because you're competing with younger women, but because you've finally earned the freedom to dress for yourself. Here's a startling fact. Surveys show that nearly 65% of women over 60 feel overlooked in stores and fashion advertising. Think about that. More than half of mature women feel erased by an industry that still chases youth. And yet, these same women control enormous purchasing power and influence. Seraphina realized something important. If the industry won't create rules for her, she'll make her own. And that's exactly what she's done. Her wardrobe is proof that confidence and elegance aren't bound to age, they're enhanced by it. Her story is powerful because it isn't about expensive clothes or runway brands. Seraphina shops at department stores, thrift shops, and online bargains. She reinvents what she owns and gives it a new life. What sets her apart is not the price tag, but the choices. She chooses bold colors when the world says fade into beige. She chooses comfort-forward shoes that still elongate her legs. She chooses breathable fabrics that let her skin glow instead of synthetic ones that suffocate. She chooses to add finishing touches, a scarf, a brooch, a belt, that make her outfits unforgettable. And above all, she chooses to walk tall, smile freely, and radiate confidence. That's why women stop her in the street, whisper in grocery aisles, and ask her about her secrets. They aren't just noticing her clothes, they're noticing her presence. And that's the truth most people miss. Clothes don't simply cover us, they project our story. If you dress to hide, the world will overlook you. If you dress to shine, the world cannot help but notice. So here's the question Seraphina wants every woman over 50 to ask herself tomorrow morning. Am I dressing to disappear, or am I dressing to be remembered? Because the answer to that question will shape not just your style, but your energy, your confidence, and the way people respond to you every single day. And here's the best part. You don't need an entirely new wardrobe. You just need new rules. You already own the pieces that can make you radiant. You just need to wear them with courage. If Seraphina's secrets gave you that spark of courage, don't let it stop here. Tap like right now. It tells YouTube that women over 60 matter, and that elegance has no expiration date. Share this with a friend who deserves her own glow up, someone who's ready to stop blending in and start standing out. And finally, subscribe to Ageless Style for women over 60. Because fashion isn't about chasing youth, it's about celebrating the woman you've become. And remember, elegance doesn't retire, and neither should your confidence.